Today, I'm going to show you 5 upgrades to my Play Anywhere system. Welcome to It Came From a Box. I'm Sergio IM, and this is the setup. As someone who's always bouncing around multiple spaces for work, I'm always looking for ways to fit in a few moments of gaming, so this is the current setup I put together, which helps me do just that. Now, I couldn't do this alone, so I want to thank Best Buy for sponsoring this episode. At Best Buy, you can get all the gear you need for a gaming setup that suits your lifestyle, just like this one. They have products from all the top brands that you can trust, along with easy and accessible ways to get it, be it in-store or curbside pickup, as well as fast online delivery. So let's take a look at the list. First off, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. This thing is like an all-you-can-play buffet with hundreds of games for both console and PC. It's got a huge variety of games and a ton of genres. You can play something old that you may have missed or try something new with titles that release on day one. It's easily one of the best deals in gaming. Next, for when I'm on the go, I picked up the new Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. This laptop is a value beast. Super portable with a crispy 165Hz display, an awesome keyboard, and it's packed with a Ryzen 9 7000 series CPU and an NVIDIA RTX 4060 GPU, which together make it perfect for work and play wherever I go. Then, when I'm back at home, I can hook up the G14 to this massive 45-inch curved OLED monitor from LG's UltraGear line. It's like an IMAX for your desk with an aggressive but immersive curve that wraps around you, along with a 240Hz refresh rate and near instant response time. It's honestly a visual feast that keeps everything ultra slick. Now, when it's time to kick back, the Xbox Series X is my go-to, which really gets the most out of Game Pass. This console doesn't just play games, it devours them, with up to 4K and 120Hz for that buttery smooth next-gen feel, and it also has a 1TB NVMe SSD, which makes loading times a thing of the past. But although 1TB is very generous, most of these new games come at a huge file size, so to help keep up, I also picked up a WD Black 1TB expansion card, which is as fast as the internal one and gives me more space for more games. So if you're looking to upgrade your gaming setup, Best Buy has all your must-have tech and more. If you need some inspiration, they even have a dedicated page for all things gaming to help get you started. So check out the links in the description below to dive into that, along with anything else we featured. Once again, I want to thank our friends over at Best Buy for sponsoring this episode. Check them out because supporting them helps support us. Alright, so here's how the setup works for me. Recently, I was on the hunt for a new laptop that I can use for both work and gaming on the side. There's a lot of options out there, but after doing some research, I landed on the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, which ticks all the boxes for my use case. It's in this white and black colorway with this dotted reflective pattern on the lid that's very interesting, and it has all these sharp linear details throughout, which look very slick. Build quality is very sturdy, it's really well made, and it's in a portable size at just the right weight. Inside, we have their anti-glare ROG Nebula display. It's very bright, covers 100% of the DCI-P3 color space, and it has a 165Hz refresh rate with a 3 millisecond response time. Below that, we have a backlit chiclet keyboard. It's just the right size with a good amount of bounciness to each key. The touchpad is also top-notch. It's very large with a deep click all throughout the bottom, and it's also very accurate. Now below that, in here we have 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD. Wish it was 1TB, but it only takes a few screws to get inside, so you can easily add more of both down the road. Finally, it's packing an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor along with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 GPU, which is great at this size, but it does heat up after an hour or so of intense gaming. That aside, I did mess around with the settings and software to optimize it, and there's much more to it, but altogether, this is an awesome 14-inch laptop that does a great job at balancing work and play. Now, when I get home, I can dock it and go from that 14-inch screen to this massive 45-inch curved OLED by LG. It's from their UltraGear line, which I featured in our last setup episode. It has a crazy but immersive 800R curve. It covers 98.5% of the DCI-P3 color space, which gives us stunning picture quality with rich, vibrant colors and perfect blacks that we're used to from an OLED. Now, it's 21:9 with a 3440 by 1440 resolution, so not exactly 4K, but I'll take the hit because it gives us a 240Hz refresh rate with a 0.03 millisecond response time, which gives us a very fast and fluid experience with supported games. Is it overkill? Yeah, but it's incredible eye candy that's awesome for gaming. Then, when I'm not at the desk, I have the Xbox Series X. Microsoft's latest console is a powerhouse that supports up to 4K and 120Hz that gives you that quick and smooth next-gen experience. The core controller is one of the best out there. It has a 1TB NVMe SSD that pretty much eliminates loading times, and it has one of my favorite features in gaming, Quick Resume, which lets you seamlessly switch between supported games and instantly resume where you left off. Love this feature, and I can't explain how weird it is to jump back into a game you played about a month ago and resume right where you left off. Now, although the Series X has a generous 1TB of storage, like I said, you'd be surprised how quickly it gets used up by some of these new AAA games. So to help with that, I picked up a WD Black 1TB expansion card. It looks like an old school memory card, but it's built like a tank, performs just about as well as the internal drive on the Xbox, and it gives you a ton of extra storage for more of those Xbox Game Pass titles. And last but not least, to tie it all together, we have what I think is one of the best values in gaming, and that's Xbox Game Pass. It gives you access to hundreds of games, new and old, in all kinds of genres, as well as some new releases that arrive on the service day one. You can just download and play, or if your internet connection is strong enough, you can even stream them, which is great for those titles you're not sure about but want to try. Now, Ultimate is their highest tier, and that gives you access to games on both console and PC. This makes it so I can play on the laptop, and when I get home, I can switch off to the Xbox, and with titles that support Play Anywhere, that progress can sync between platforms. This way, you can keep gaming without ever losing a beat. So that's my current setup when it comes to gaming. It's changing all the time, but it's very versatile so I can keep up with games wherever I am. Now handing it off to you, let me know what you think of it along with what your setup looks like, and let's talk down in the comments. Once again, I want to thank Best Buy for sponsoring this episode, and as always, if you're looking to pick up anything featured in this video and want to support us at the same time, please check out the affiliate links down in the description below. I'm Sergio AM. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio IM, and I'll see you for the next box.